Hello friends. Now we are going to listen a conversation between my power brand Ekta Khemka and Mr. Vibho Tandon. This conversation will enlighten you on how you can be a homemaker, a mother and still manage an entire business by your skills, your psychology and your vision. Mrs. Ekta Khemka is a master's in psychology and she has been able to identify the blind spots in the organization Tufwud Doors and Accessories and has been able to head the marketing and HR department so beautifully that the business has accelerated from small to a unicorn. So let's listen the conversation between Ekta Khemka and Mr. Tandon.
It's a real pleasure on my part to be together with Ekta today. Ekta Khemka, who has multiple hats to wear at the same time. So being somebody who takes care of the family, plays a very, very important and integral part and function when it comes to the business. She does that as well. And also at the same time, she has her own plans, her own visions, and definitely her own dreams. So today, Ekta, I would like to start the conversation with you. And I have always admired women from different fields and different segments because they have been an inspiration to thousands, lakhs and millions of people. And it is the women from whom we start off learning. The first few words that we learn is from the women and from moms as well. So Ekta, you tell me one thing. What exactly is your vision since childhood? The moment when you grew up and you were growing up, slowly, and you learned to actually think about the moment when we start thinking about things. We always have a small dream in the beginning. So some people dream about becoming maybe a singer. Some people have very silly things like maybe flying a plane or maybe becoming somebody who's riding a chariot. And some people have maybe some more serious dreams like being a doctor, etc. So what was your dream when you grew up, when you were growing up, when you started to think in childhood versus what is your vision now?
Hi, hello everyone. So this is a great opportunity to be here with Vibho sir, and it's a great conversation maker. I think this is a best question that we can start with. So first of all, the first thing that you told that एक woman से शुरू होता है, कुछ शुरू के few words. So I would also like to add कि yes, एक men से भी शुरू होता है. So actually women और men के बीच में कोई competition है ही नहीं. So दोनों अपने अपने roles play करते हैं. मेरी life की ideology भी उसी तरफ है कि men अपनी life में अपना role play कर रहे हैं और हम अपना role play कर रहे हैं. So let's work together because this is the basic unit of the universe. And I was the school captain, and for your second question, for the question which you asked, I was a school captain. So I believe that मेरे से बहुत young में and through my families and मेरे अंदर I had leadership skills. So because of that, I always wanted to come on the stage. I wanted to speak and everything. So I thought that I wanted to be a journalist. A meaningful journalism करनी थी मुझे. Going ahead, लोगों तक awareness पहुंचाना बहुत चीज़ों का. And I actually took a step towards it. But as a woman, as a female child of the house, and living in a city like Banaras, which is now very exposed, but उस समय उतना exposure नहीं हुआ करता था. बाहर जाके पढ़ाई करने का chance नहीं मिला. So I thought that way I could not take up journalism. But then also after a few years I realized that that was not what I was seeking for. Journalism भी मुझे इसीलिए करना था because मैं अपने आप को express कर पाऊँ. So my main motive was always to express myself. I should have a platform जहाँ मैं बता पाऊँ कि मैं क्या feel करती हूँ. And I went forward. I took up pranic healing, and therein I realized कि शायद मेरा main motive है to express myself by helping others or by healing others. So मेरा vision जो है with time over time change हुआ. But जो vision same रहा, but उसके तरीके change हुए. Vision is to strengthen wherever I am, to be a source of strength. चाहे family wise हो, चाहे वो बिजनेस वाइज हो जैसे कि आपने कहा, और मे बी द एंटायर वर्ल्ड, टू बी अ सोर्स ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ वेर एवर आई एम. So that is my vision.
Lovely, lovely. I mean, I think she has expressed herself in different ways and means. And when she was talking about being a journalist and sending a message to the masses, I think this is the right medium. And today, maybe thousands and lakhs of people will be listening to your message. And all of them, being men or being women or being children, they will all be inspired by you. Uh, so, another question which comes to my mind, Ekta, is that when we talk about the business as such, what is it that brought you into business? Because you were not into business earlier.
No.
पहले आप कभी बिजनेस में थे नहीं, आप प्रोबेबली कुछ और प्लान करते थे कि अपना कुछ और सेटअप करोगे एस्टेब्लिश, या कुछ दूसरा एक प्लान करोगे, जैसे लेडीज़ भी प्लान करती हैं कि हम अपना कुछ, बहुत सी लेडीज़ बुटीक प्लान करती हैं, बहुत से लोग अपना दूसरा स्कूल या एजुकेशन रिलेटेड कुछ प्लान करते हैं. तो क्या शुरू से ही आपका बिजनेस का प्लान था? अगर नहीं था तो क्या था, और वहां से आप बिजनेस में कैसे आए?
सो यस, पहले तो इनिशियल प्लान्स मेरे फैमिली प्लान्स थे. हमेशा से हमारी फैमिली की ब्रिंगिंग अप ऐसे थी कि अच्छे से अच्छी, यू नो, अब बीइंग अ गुड वुमेन मतलब बीइंग अ गुड मदर, बीइंग अ गुड वाइफ, बीइंग अ गुड बहू. सो ऑब्वियसली वो सारे जगह पे मेरा मोटिव उसी तरफ ज़्यादा इंक्लाइन था कि एक अच्छा फैमिली पर्सन बन के रहूँ, फैमिली वुमेन बन के रहूँ. एंड when at the age of around 24, 25, I started finding purpose for my life. जब मुझे लगा कि मेरा वो पार्ट, जैसे हम कहीं पर एक जगह अगर stagnant हो जाते हैं बिकॉज हम ट्रीज नहीं हैं, तो हमको ऐसा लगता है कि हमें और what are we doing right now, अब ये पार्ट हो गया, what next, simple. तो उस समय at the age of 24, 25 मेरे अंदर ये आया कि what is the purpose of my life. क्या दूसरों को सिर्फ फैमिली तक ही मेरा लाइफ है, मेरी अपनी खुद की लर्निंग कहाँ है. So all that things triggered me, and then I started studying, and मुझे अपनी फैमिली से बहुत सपोर्ट मिला पढ़ाई करने के लिए. And I joined the organization. I studied in 2018 and 19. थोड़े skill sets develop किए, and actually exposure मिला कि world क्या होता है. You know, there's a life outside of house, and you can manage everything together very beautifully with a good support system back home. That is the key. If you have a good support system back home, you can actually manage everything. उसके लिए मदर इन लॉ का सबसे बड़ा रोल होता है, हस्बैंड का होता है, पूरी फैमिली का होता है जो साथ रहते हैं, तो सबको साथ लेके एंड आई स्टार्टेड स्टडिंग एंड देन joined the organization in 2020, just after COVID. And वहाँ से I joined as a digital, because I was studying digital marketing. So मैंने digital marketing expert की तरह join किया. एंड वहाँ पे रियलाइज हुआ कि अभी सीखने के लिए बहुत कुछ बचा है. एंड सिंस देन द जर्नी इज एंडलेस.
लवली. सो अभी आप करेंटली क्या रोल प्ले करते हो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, एंड व्हाट इज योर विजन फॉर योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विद रिगार्ड टू योर फंक्शन, राइट? तो एक होता है कि ओवरऑल बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का क्या एक विजन है. सेकंड इज फ्रॉम माय पर्सपेक्टिव, यू नो, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल ए बिजनेस ओनर और somebody who is basically a director or the owner of business will be thinking कि भाई इसका turnover 1000 crores होना चाहिए, 2000 crores होना चाहिए. Somebody who is heading marketing will have a thought that this name should be there in everybody's mind in the country. So your vision with regard to number one, आप क्या function play करते हो, और आपका vision with regard to your department for the organization.
Okay. So मैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में शायद वो रोल्स प्ले करती हूँ जो रोल्स मैंने जब एंटर किए थे वो रोल्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पे एग्जिस्ट नहीं करते थे. एग्जिस्ट करते थे बट कोई डिपार्टमेंट्स नहीं थे उसके, वो रैंडम रोल्स थे जो एज अ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हम हैड चेंज करके उसको डील करते थे. बट जब मैंने ज्वाइन किया तो आई ज्वाइंड एज एन HR सिंस मास्टर, थोड़ा साइकोलॉजी में मुझे इंटरेस्ट था इसलिए. एंड HR for this particular HR role, I'll first talk about HR. I would like कि जितना टाइम और एफर्ट, हमारे जो गोल है, मेरा एक सिंपल सा गोल है, जितना टाइम और एफर्ट हम उसमें दे रहे हैं उससे ज़्यादा हमारा आउटपुट निकलना शुरू हो जाए. प्लस पूरी तरह से ट्रेनिंग्स बोलते हैं HR का सबसे वन ऑफ द इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट ये होता है कि ट्रेनिंग्स अच्छी होनी चाहिए. यू नो, आपके साथ साथ आपके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हर एक डिपार्टमेंट, हर एक एम्प्लॉय को अपग्रेड होना ज़रूरी है. हमारे इन टफवुड डोर्स वी रियली थिंक कि आप या तो मतलब आप अपग्रेड हो रहे हैं, आप आउटडेट हो रहे हैं. सो अपग्रेड होने की जो जिम्मेदारी होती है वो HR के ऊपर होती है. सो आई वुड लाइक कि मैंने अभी रिसेंटली एक अपनी जूनियर HR भी हायर किया, तो उसको मैं ट्रेन करना चाहूँगी कि 3 to 4 years में वो पूरा HR को लीड करे, पर उसकी ट्रेनिंग अभी मैं कर रही हूँ प्लस ये ट्रेनिंग्स ठीक से इम्प्लीमेंट हो रही हैं सारे एम्प्लॉयज़ के लिए कि वो अपने आप को अपग्रेड कर पा रहे हैं। जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शंस बहुत आराम से एकदम क्लियर कट हो, सबके माइंड में ये चीज़ होनी चाहिए, एचआर के माइंड में कि यस ये जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन है तो इसके हिसाब से हम हायरिंग कर रहे हैं। और स्किल सेट्स का एनालिसिस, यानी हार्ड स्किल्स, सॉफ्ट स्किल्स, ये सब का एनालिसिस बहुत इजीली होना चाहिए, जस्ट ओवर अ क्लिक, एक क्लिक हुआ एंड एवरीथिंग इज सॉर्टेड। सो बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं देना पड़े। एंड ऑफ कोर्स ग्रीफ का ध्यान देना, ये सारी चीज़ें जो है, सो आई बिलीव कि जितना टाइम और एफर्ट हम दे रहे हैं इसमें, वो सब कुछ उससे बेटर हमारे पास hiring on the correct time at the best possible prices for this.
Excellent. So what Ekta
we
has
want
talked
to
about,
upgrade our HR.
what Ekta has talked about today is covering almost all the facets of business. She started off by talking about HR, but when she is talking about the fact that putting in being a minimal, kind of somebody who is being a minimalist, putting in the minimum efforts and getting the maximum results out of that probably is the core or the essence of any business success. That is one. The second, the most important, we talk about valuation. When we talk about businesses, we talk about valuation. Value की जब हम बात करते हैं, the biggest value that is there is in an organization, even when I was talking to Praveen, was what I found out is that the employees, the humans who are part of it. So a very, very important thing that she is talking about is building that human value, and that human value which actually builds the valuation of the organization. For example, an organization like a Tata is something which automatically draws talent, because everybody dreams to be somebody who wants to work for an organization. इस तरह की probably कभी हम एक बार टाटा में काम करके देखते हैं. So that human value which she talked about, and the essence that creating an effective HR means that every person who's an employee will be dreaming of working in my organization one day. Probably that is something which is very, very important. Upgradation and upskilling, which is the essence of today. Today, everybody, wherever you are, if you want to really reach higher heights, better heights, you have to upgrade, you have to upskill, and that is what she talked about just now.
I'd like to add the marketing part.
Yeah.
Since I'm taking care of the marketing and I'm also learning, so I've just enrolled for a course recently it's a neuro marketing course. So I've been trying to learn the neuro marketing, and marketing काफी untapped है अभी हमारे organization में. Yes, we have leaders, we have marketing measurements wherein we have all the scripts wherein we use those things, but उसका implementation काफी कम है. So we would like, my goal would be for marketing, as said कि जितना हम marketing जितना spend कर रहे हैं उससे ज़्यादा उससे हम निकाल कर लाएं. That is marketing approximate. That is what I seek for. And marketing in our organization would be कि हमारा everyone is not my client. तो वो चीज़ लोगों को समझानी पड़ेगी कि सब कोई हमारा क्लाइंट या बंगलो ओनर इज करेंटली नॉट आवर क्लाइंट. सो यस, हमारा नीश क्लाइंटेल है. I really believe कि we can have like a company like what we have. We can have 50 good clients in India, and we'll not need more than that. ये 50 clients from repeated business. My focus of marketing would always be repeated business to the same clients, since we work with the niche clients like Lodha, India Bulls, DLF. So as you know कि उनका volume कितना high है. So
excellent. So what she's talking about is the focus is absolutely on quality. She's not focusing on quantity when it comes to clients, absolutely. And with regard to your marketing, like what exactly is your vision with regard to marketing when it comes to Tufwud as such? Like, do you dream of maybe having the top 10 brands or top 20 brands as your customers, or do you dream to ensure that every important or relevant person in the country will know about Tufwud? So is it, when you talk about marketing, is that also specific to quality, or is it talking about masses?
Masses in our industry, definitely. In hotels, hospitals, in high-rise buildings, in government buildings, in government offices. And these are our A and B type customers. So वहाँ पे definitely masses with the number also, but not really a layman. मतलब हम बोलते हैं ना marketing में you should know what your audience are. So एकदम correct targeting and correct audience के साथ I would like to build up a team जो उनको ही करे, जो मैंने आपको कहा कि repeat sales के लिए भी करें, and even अगर हम नया भी target करें तो वो करें. And also we would like to come up with all the 4 types of marketing strategies जिसमें हम account marketing भी कर रहे हो, accounts जो sales account sales भी उसमें cover हो जाए, उसमें पर्सनल पर प्रोजेक्ट जो मार्केटिंग करते हैं वो भी कवर हो जाए. तो कुछ पर्टिकुलर स्ट्रैटेजीज को लेकर ही हम वो काम करना चाहते हैं, एंड नॉट अ वेरी ब्रॉड स्पेक्ट्रम.
Excellent. Very specific, very clear cut when it comes to her own function as such, and having astute clarity and astute ideas about your own function is probably the essence of success, and that is one of the reasons that probably Tufwud is also growing with somebody like Ekta there. So Ekta, who is that person who inspires you all the time? You know, like I always said, that everybody has a role model. And that role model does not necessarily have to be from the field that you are working in right now. It can be a singer, it can be somebody who's a dancer, it can be anybody as such. So who's your role model right from the childhood? Or maybe more than that, maybe you might have 2 or 3 role models as such.
So I think personally women जो होती है वो इतनी फ्लेक्सिबल होती है कि उनके रोल मॉडल्स काफ़ी चेंज होते हैं. सो शायद छोटे में मेरी रोल मॉडल कोई जर्नलिस्ट हो सकते थे, एंड देन फाइनली मुझे मेरा ट्रस्ट मी मतलब आई डोंट नो इट्स मतलब इट्स अ बून, और मतलब ये एक श्राप है कि एक वरदान है कि मेरा कभी एज सच कोई एक फिक्स आइडल नहीं रहा. अभी मैं काफ़ी फुटप्रिंट्स पे जिनके चलती हूँ उसमें आई थिंक सबसे अच्छी चीज़ निकालने की कोशिश करती हूँ. सो मिस्टर प्रवीण खेमका माय हस्बैंड, वो बिजनेस में मेरे रोल मॉडल हैं. मेरी मदर और मेरी मदर इन लॉ जितना सेल्फलेसली वो लोग अपने फैमिली के साथ चलते तो वहाँ वो मेरी रोल मॉडल है. देन मेरे कुछ फ्रेंड्स हैं जो मेरे रोल मॉडल हैं. एंड मतलब आई थिंक फाइंडिंग गुड इन एवरी पीपल, दैट इज व्हाट आई फील. जिसमें जो अच्छा है वो निकाल लो and use it, and if अगर आप उसको अपना सको तो then I mean you are as in आप successful भी हो, happy भी हो, everything comes together, falls in place.
Excellent. So as and when required, she is very dynamic, and in fact she has in her own mindset, in her own neurology, she has set a kind of system where her role model keeps changing with different times, but she tries to attract or tries to basically learn from every person she meets.
Different role models for different roles.
Different
Since
roles.
I have different roles.
But do you have any famous personalities who inspire you, जिनको आप really मतलब you know respect करते हो, admire करते हो?
Yes. So I am into pranic healing as told. So मेरा spiritual inclination थोड़ा high है. So अगर मैं I really like Sadhguru, मुझे वो अच्छे लगते हैं. Then I think spiritual leaders, there are few spiritual leaders and whom I really because and जैसे कि एक होता है ना कि अगर हम स्पिरिचुअल लीडर्स लाइक बीके कमल, ही इज आई रियली फाइंड हिज वर्डिंग्स वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग. आई हैव मेंटर्स लाइक यू, सो वो यू नो वो हेल्प मी इन ईच एंड एवरी पार्ट. अगर मैं कहीं स्टक हूँ जहाँ जो मुझे हेल्प कर देता है, सो आई बिलीव कि वो मेरे रोल मॉडल है. सो स्पिरिचुअलिटी में येस आई हैव लॉट ऑफ रोल मॉडल्स. आई एम स्टिल गेजिंग कि मुझे कौन सा वे पकड़ना है. आई एम स्टिल एक्सपेरिमेंटिंग. एंड माई पर्सनल विजन विद दिस आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड दैट विद माई पर्सनल विजन फॉर माई सेल्फ इन दैट नेक्स्ट 5 years along with business I actually know myself that where I have to head to after in 5 years, where I have to head to, which path I have to take in life. So currently I'm meeting the demands of the people around me, which has also helped me growing and as a person and making me learn many other things. But in 5 years, I think I'll be knowing which way I have to go.
Excellent. Something which people would always love to know is that what is your legacy? What you want your legacy to be? तो ऐसी क्या चीज़ है खास जो कि आप करना चाहोगे, आप दुनिया को देना चाहोगे? ऐसी क्या चीज़ है?
So I
आप
think
अपनी लेगेसी किसको मानते हो?
so I think helping others. I mean, to be there for others. This is something I would like to forward it to my generations. कि जहाँ भी हो सके वहाँ दूसरों की हेल्प करो फर्स्ट, एंड ट्रस्ट यू कैन बी दैट ट्रस्टवर्दी पर्सन फॉर अदर्स. जहाँ पे लोग आपसे खुल के कुछ भी बात करें, उनको पता है कि ये बाहर नहीं जाएगी, ये इधर का उधर नहीं होएगा बात. दिस विल स्टे इंटैक्ट. सो अ लिसनर टू पीपल प्रॉब्लम्स. भले मैं सॉल्व नहीं कर पाऊँ, बट एटलीस्ट आई एम देयर टू लिसन. I'll try my best to solve, and I'll learn techniques to do that, hopefully. And I'm still learning, but like at least I can be the listener.
Lovely. So we have heard about Mr. Dependable so many times in sports and so many organizations. So she basically dreams to be Mrs. Dependable, somebody who's really, somebody whom people can rely on and lean on when it comes to solutions, etc. Now, if you had a magic wand, आपके पास अगर कोई जादू की छड़ी आ जाए एकता, तो क्या ऐसी चीज है जो आप करना चाहोगे इस दुनिया के बारे में, अपने बिजनेस के बारे में या अपने बारे में? कौन सी दो तीन चीजें हैं जो आप करना चाहोगे?
सबके बारे में अलग अलग है डेफिनेटली. वर्ल्ड, सबसे पहले बिगर वर्जन वर्ल्ड. सो आई मैजिक वॉन्ड घुमाकर आई वुड लाइक टू वर्ल्ड टू बी अ बेटर प्लेस टू लिव इन. आज जैसा है उससे 10 times better place to live in, where everyone has freedom to express themselves without being judged. So this is something that I can do, because I think maximum relationships and maximum जितने भी आज के लिए cases हो रहे हैं depression के, it is all because of judgments that are being passed. So yes, everyone बोलते हैं ना कि आपके पास ये right है, so yes, you have a right to express yourself. So world becomes a better place therein. And for my business, yes, as I think by 28, 27, I think we are nearing 100 CR. And मेरे function के लिए भी, मेरा function भी उसी पे depend करता है. I see myself as the marketing head of Tufwud Doors and Accessories Private Limited in coming 2 years. I'm still learning, and there's a lot. मैं बहुत पीछे हूँ अभी. There's a lot to learn, but in 2 years I think I'll be there. And for my family, बस वही सुख शांति और संपत्ति, मतलब सुख शांति और समृद्धि बनी रहे. सिंपल बस वो है. एंड आई एम प्लानिंग वन मोर बेबी, सो आई वुड लाइक कि वो आई हैव दैट, एंड हम उसको एक बेटर इंसान, अपने सभी घर के जितने बच्चे हैं जैसे सबके लिए सोचते हैं, उसको एक बेटर ह्यूमन बनाने की कंडीशन में छोड़ के इस वर्ल्ड से जा पाए. दैट वुड बी माय
फैंटास्टिक. माय प्रेयर्स आर विद यू. डेफिनेटली यू विल बी एबल टू डू दैट. एंड so what exactly do you do, when it comes to besides business, besides work, what is it that you love to do? तो क्या ऐसे आपके पैशन है जो आप करते हो?
आई एम अ ट्रेन कथक डांसर. सो डांस मेरा पैशन रहा है. अभी मैं बहुत और वेरिएशंस ट्राई कर रही हूँ. सो आई लव लिसनिंग टू म्यूजिक. डांस इज समथिंग दैट कम्स एफर्टलेसली टू मी. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट आई लव मेडिटेशन. So I'm not very religious, but I'm spiritual. So मुझे मतलब अकेले में या बैठ के मतलब यूनिवर्स से कनेक्ट होना बहुत अच्छा लगता है. And as I before only I told you that I'm still finding the new ways. So जो भी कुछ नया कुछ बताता है कि आप ये try करो, I'm still trying that. So I love healing others, and I'll try to take this to next level.
Great.
So, meditation. And sometimes partying also. I mean, I like partying. I like meeting people. I'm a social person. I like meeting people.
That's very, very important when it comes to marketing, when it comes to business. People have to be social, and that if you love being social, then primarily it automatically becoming, you're really automatically becoming a good marketer as such. So with this, I think we are coming to the end, and then one thing which really intrigues me is that if you had a genie coming in front of you and asking you to grant 3 wishes, तो वो 3 wishes क्या होंगी जो आप मांगोगे इनसे?
I think my first wish would be that I can dance the way I used to do.
Oh, that's great.
So I can actually do that, and I can start my dancing. I'm Kathak, like classical dancing once again. That would be my first wish, because. And with this also I would like to add in the first point only that going through ups and downs of little health issues, I would like to have a very healthy and fit body wherein I can dance and express myself. So first, healthy body is that I really ask for. And second would be अच्छा family environment, जो जहाँ पे business अच्छा से run कर रहा है, बहुत immense नहीं, but एक success model पे run कर रहा है जहाँ पे, And third would be, आई थिंक बहुत सारी चीज़ें, बट हैप्पीनेस टू ऑल. आई मीन फैमिली में बच्चे भी आ जाते हैं, बट अब जैसे मैंने कहा वर्ल्ड, यस, हैप्पीनेस टू पीपल, जो भी पेन में है उनको उसके सोल्यूशंस मिले. सो उसके लिए मैं एक वांट जरूर आई आस्क माय जीनी कि जो भी अभी इस समय प्रॉब्लम में है उसका सोल्यूशन निकाल के उनको हेल्प करें.
That's fantastic. I think probably a dream answer that somebody would have expected from someone really whom you can call Mrs. Dependable as such. So now I'm really grateful and thankful for all the time that you have given to us. And as she was talking, she mentioned a couple of times or 3 times about Kathak, etc., and her passion as such. And as I always teach in my sessions, always to entrepreneurs, cross mapping is something probably the most important aspect when it comes to developing new skills. If people say that they don't have time to do other things, if you are able to take out some time and do something special, something entirely different, you automatically realize that you have more time to do a lot of other things. Because as you develop that skill parallelly, you also develop a lot of skills simultaneously inside you. Because everything else is a representation of something else inside you, and metaphor is something which the world depends on. In the entire world, everything that happens is actually a metaphor of something else.
Exactly.
So I'm really, really happy to listen to her. I wish you all the best and all the success to you. I really congratulate all the viewers to have this opportunity to listen to
Thank you so much.
Ekta, and at the same time, I think you would have gained a lot of knowledge, a lot of understanding from her words, from her experiences, and I wish you all the best in all your
Thank you.
aspects of
Thank
your
you
life.
so
Thank you
much.
so much.